You know the feeling. A sexy smile. A body that demands attention. Your eyes lock and load. Suddenly, you're alert. It's starting. Lust. It's about to hijack your body and mind. Over the course of the next hour, a series of scientific experiments will expose exactly how lust works and how to control it, if and when you need to. Dr. Vlad Griscovicius is an evolutionary psychologist at the University of Minnesota.
What motivates me is understanding why people do the things they do. And I get to get up every morning and see, that's interesting. I wonder why he did that. Let's explore that question. And more often than not in my research, it's come to be lust.
Vlad believes that lust influences a vast range of human behavior, not just mating, but hundreds of everyday activities, like the type of sunglasses you buy. Meet Jimmy, a mobile sunglasses salesman. He plies his trade up and down the glittering sidewalk of Hollywood Boulevard. Vlad has purchased Jimmy's entire inventory to perform an experiment. Vlad's goal is to see if lust unconsciously affects what men buy. The two options are this stylish but safe choice, or this brash pair of Elvis knockoffs.
What do you think? Do they look good? Is it good too? How do I choose? You've got most popular, or you've got most unique. Which one do you like?
I'm gonna go with these. Probably these.
It didn't take you long to decide those.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like the gold is a little audacious. This one.
All right. They're yours. Thanks.
Jimmy's been at it for an hour. Business is good, but only one style of shades is moving. Could it be that the location, away from billboards and storefronts, away from any obvious sexual imagery, is influencing the shopper's selection?
All right, Jimmy, so far, what's selling best?
Well, it's pretty clear the most popular glasses were definitely the most popular.
What I want to do next is move this cart from this neutral background we have in the back right now, just down the street in front of a sexier store, one that has a lot more sexier things in the window.
Sexier things like erotic lingerie? How will the men react now? Will the spicy backdrop make them bolder buyers?
I actually like these. Kind of like Elvis-y. Yeah, I kind of like these. They're unique. When I'm suited and booted.
Suited and booted.
I like the gold ones, yeah. It's flashy and it's cool. I kind of like the way these feel more. I'm going to go for the most unique.
I like these.
Oh yeah, well they're definitely they're more unique, and I'll definitely give you notice.
We'll go for the gold.
Yeah, I like the gold.
When this cart was parked in front of a neutral background, what a lot of the guys were choosing was the popular pair of sunglasses, the one that had over 1 million sold and that others were wearing. Then when we moved the cart just a little bit further down on the same exact street, what we saw is that when there were sex cues in the back, somehow the guys began to preferring the unique pair of sunglasses, the one that made them stand out from the crowd.
In fact, Vlad's subliminal lust cue persuaded over 60% of the men to choose the Elvis glasses. These blingy gold rims are like a male peacock's feathers.
We know that men compete with other men for female attention because the guy who can stand out from the herd is the one that's more likely to be chosen as a mate.
I'm going to go for the most unique.
Looking like a 70s throwback is not a problem, as long as it makes you more likely to be noticed by a woman. That doesn't just apply to the clothes they wear or the cars they drive. Lust affects how men act in every way. Consider artistic creativity. This painting may not provoke lust, but it may have been inspired by it in one of the 20th century's most famous artists.
If you take a careful look at Picasso's career, you see he goes from blue period to rose period to cubist period. And what you see is behind every single one of those transitions is a brand new woman, a new muse, who inspires him to change his style. So from Pablo Picasso to Salvador Dali to all these great artists, over and over again there appears to be this muse who inspires them to their artistic greatness.
Can lust drive any man to artistic heights? Forget about Pablo Picasso. How about Pete from Pittsburgh? Vlad has engineered another social experiment to see if he can bring out the inner artist in a bunch of guys who haven't painted since they were in the 5th grade.
We're separating him to two different groups. One group of men will be just sitting by themselves at first, not interacting with anyone.
After a few minutes in a rather uninspiring waiting room, each man heads in to meet Vlad.
Hi, my name is Vlad.
Hey, I'm Jason. Nice
Jason,
to meet you.
have a seat
Likewise.
right over here. So
Vlad explains to the men that they're to draw for 5 minutes.
just express who you are, what you're about on this blank canvas. All right, well, I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
This is challenging.
All right, that's looking excellent.
That was 5 minutes?
Yeah, that looks fantastic. Don't worry, that's what people do when they have about 5 minutes.
He's just being nice. Picasso's kindergarten paintings were probably better than these. But now Vlad triggers the second and sexier part of his creativity experiment. This time, there'll be a muse in the waiting room. Does lust make men more creative? One group of men tried their hand at sketching after sitting alone in a waiting room. Now, a second group is standing by. This time, they'll have some company while they wait. The charming and desirable Kate.
So the major purpose of We Want You to Accomplish in here is when that guy leaves the room and is walking down the hallway, even though he's no longer physically in here, mentally he's still in here. He cannot get you out of his mind.
Lights and cameras are readjusted. Kate preps her fake workplace, and Vlad cues the next set of male subjects. Lucky subjects.
What's your name?
I'm Kate.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Awesome.
It's a novel about No Child Left Behind.
I would be really interested to read that. So what kind of music do you play?
Old hardcore punk.
Oh, that's really cool.
It doesn't take a scientist to guess that it's more stimulating to hang out with Kate than sitting by yourself in an empty room.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you.
Have a good one.
But will Kate change the way they handle their pastels?
Hi, I'm John Bonavia.
John, nice to meet you. Fantastic. Have a seat right here.
How you doing? What am I about to
Good.
paint?
Vlad, like the Impaler.
That's right.
This is great.
Let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing here today.
Yes. I mean, I love girls. It's kind of like all I think about.
The second group of men who came in after the mating crime was enacted, they were like little peacocks. They just wanted to sprout those tails and just put everything on a piece of paper.
So are the effects of lust on creativity scientifically significant? Painter and art instructor Dave LeBeau will judge the quality of the sketches to see if, as a whole, one group was noticeably more creative than the other.
So we lined them up where one row is drawings by people who interacted with the muse, and another row is by men who did not have a muse, who just waited in a room by themselves. Now, do you think you would be able to tell which row was the Muze row?
For sure, I would say this top row has a much more, I mean, in all, this is complete row here, has much more energy. They're all much more expressive than this bottom row, for sure. I mean, look at the agitation.
And that agitation came from the group that hung out with Kate.
Our ancestors are the men that did become more creative around women, whereas those ones who didn't are no longer our ancestors.